We will find another conversation, and which is not need to be. We have too many things that we can say, even about the access and. Akhenaten was born here.
You took better when I shut off the camera.
But I forgot me. I'm a little shy.
So in that sense, I would say Habi is the initiator of life in this sense. But then as well, you look to the west side, and this is the kingdom of Osiris here. This is Osiris himself standing and witnessing and calling souls to come and rest.
You know that the mountain is calling you. I remember the first time I saw her. Really, it was such a presence. And she'd really say, hey, come. You have to come. You have to come. That's what I did.
But
Oh, yeah, yes. Oh, so much.
يعني البيراميد تكست نصوص أهرام في الفقرة 274 اللي بتتكلم وبتقول وتشير في المضمون بتاعها أن الهرم سيبقى على هذه الأرض أبدياً وخالداً. بمعنى أن الحتة الكبيرة البارزة اللي أنت شايفها يا إنسان والأجيال اللي بعده هتبقى على الأرض بارزة مشاهدة ومتشافة، فبتخلد ذكرى اللي مدفون فيها. والمصري القديم وصف الهرم نفسه فيما معناه أن الهرم ما هو إلا الهرم أو التابوت أو المقبرة، ما هي إلا الآلة التي سينتقل بها إلى العالم الآخر.
خليني من أنا وصغير ابتديت يعني أكون زعلان نطلع الجبل، ننزل من الجبل ننزل مولود جديد. السر عرفته من دي من أول من أنا وصغير، نطلع الجبل زعلان متضايق، ننزل من الجبل ننزل مبسوط. أي حاجة في أي مشكلة معاي نطلع الجبل ننزل إيه خالصان خالص، زي الطفل مولود جديد ما عرفش أي حاجة. حتى لو في حوار في مشكلة ننساها في منت في دقيقة. عرفتها من أنا وصغير، دايما نرتاح في الجبل. حتى لو مسافر وبصيت على الجبل ننسى كل حاجة. أهم حاجة الجبل عندي.
الشاعر قالوا يوم أتى الصبح
يعني مركبية برضه لا يا عمي ما
I feel the way that I know that I am in Luxor because of the mountain. You arrive in Luxor and the first thing you see is the mountain. You see, of course, there is the Nile, but there is the mountain, and they are linked, of course. And she's such a presence, and she's beautiful. She's beauty, in fact. And then when you hear that it's the place of the truth, push more beauty and push more questioning and more attracting, and she's attracting you. It was my first time. I had my cameras, there was this little boat, and when I arrived in that place, because for me it was the first arrival in this hotel, what you see is the Nile, and what you see behind the Nile is the mountain, and she's there. It's the presence. There is the mountain, and it's not because there is one mountain that you see, okay, but she is there, and she's attractive, and she's calling.
أنا حاتم أحمد عبد السلام من القرنة، من قبيلة الحربات، أقدم قبيلة في القرنة، سكان جبل بالبر الغربي.
Well, it depends on how you define death or what death is. And to me, definitely, it is the mountain of death and of the dead. But who are the dead? The dead are the ones who have dug into all layers of their subconsciousness. And here you see the mountain really holding the dead in their tombs. You see going down and going within and going inwards and digging through the layers of the rocks into the depth of the mountain that without moving, you know, it just hugs them and takes them in and contains them. And in that sense, to me, it is definitely the mountain of the dead.
ليه علاقة، عشان كده سموا القرنة قرنة والجبل زي ما هاتور إلهة الحب، وهاتور كان ليها قرنين، عشان كده اختار الجبل ده قرن من هنا وقرن من هنا، جبل الحب. إن الكويس مش كويس من الفراعنة كان الدفن من هنا في الجبل. يبقى الجبل ده كان نقي في حياة، ما بسموه جبل الأموات. أنا هنسميه جبل الأحياء، إن الناس دي حية مش ميتة. الناس دي لو ميتة ما كانش تواصلت معاهم، أنا ما كانش سمعت صوتهم، ما كانش ادون الباور بتاعي بالجبل. الجبل ده حاجة كبيرة عندي.
For me, this is not what we can call the mountain of the death. We called it mountain of the death because it's maybe an easy way, like we say, the book of the death, and it's the book of coming forth by day. Here, the same. We have to look to this mountain. First, she is a very particular mountain, and where she stays. Why is this place of Amun has been placed here? It has his reason. And his reason is the mountain. For me, the mountain is alive. It's not death. And of course, we could say, yes, but there is nothing growing. But it's on another way that we have to understand it. We have to understand, and also, if I can talk about mineral, when we say, but mineral is alive, it just has another time. It's very important to know as well. And because now we see it is actually mineral.
I believe that from the start of the civilization, this is why man was attracted to come to this point because of its special fertility. This is one thing. And then the whole thing about being attracted to that very mountain, to bury the dead in there. I'm sure you would find in Egyptology all forms of, okay, that it was safe to bury the dead with their treasures and all this information. But there's a frequency and there is a vibration, and I do not think at all, I do not believe that the vibration came because the ancients buried the dead in there. I believe it happened in reverse. They sensed it was a resting place, and going west, of course, is where the sun dies, is where life ends, temporarily, until it rebirths itself from the other side in the next day. And therefore, I believe they really connected to this vibration, that this was the perfect spot, or this is the perfect spot for eternal rest on this side, yes.
والاله راع الشمس نفسها اللي هي الفكر الديني اللي هينسج المتابعه ان الانسان المصري اللي عاش في وادي النيل الشمس التي تشرق من الجبل الشرقي خلف الجبل الشرقي وتمشي في السماء وعند الغروب تختفي خلف الجبل الغربي. المصري القديم اعتقد ان هذه الشمس ستذهب تحت الارض الاندرنيث، وبعد كده تخلص المده بتاعتها بتاعت الغروب تطلع من الناحيه الثانيه اللي هو خروج الشمس او شروق الشمس مره ثانيه في اليوم اللي بعده مع شروق شمس الصباح اللي هي اعاده ولاده الشمس. فعندنا هنا الشروق في اليوم في صباح اليوم هو الميلاد، الغروب اللي هو الموت، وبعد كده تاني يوم في الشروق هو إعادة الميلاد أو البعث.
The sacred places bring us at the... No, cut before. I listened to this place. I went there so many times. Yes, oh yes, you listen. You hear the voice of the ancestors. You talk to the past. You talk to the origin. You talk to the dream of the origin. It's for me like that. What I had anyway in that place, it's like that was my feeling the first time when I was close to this big colossus that you have on the photos.
الحياة بتاعت الفراعنة نشوفها كلها قدام عيني، أكلهم، شربهم، الرقص بتاعهم، الفنون بتاعتهم. أنا وصاحي بكون مجنبر ده في النوبل تومز في الأشراف، كنت نسمع ناس تتكلم تحتينا، إحنا وساكنين نسمع أصوات تحتينا تتكلم، إن أجيال تحتينا، أجيال، وأجيال ادتنا طاقة برضه.
I had the impression, that was my impression, to hear them.
With your question, I immediately see that the start is the end, and the end is the start, and it comes all back to the number 0. And it is a circle, a closed circle, and it's infinite, and it has no start and no end. So in that sense, yes, it would represent the end that leads back all the way to another start. And I would say that this also is symbolic of reincarnation. Let's end here to start again in a different time and space.
Yes, this mountain is the symbol, is Osiris, Amduat, Osiris. And we have to understand the West, what it means, and we have to look for it. We have to understand this signification. here again, and this is also Luxor. Here we talk about humanity, and not only what time of the season do I have to put my seed in the ground to have a beautiful tree. It's about what time of the season I have to put the seed of our humanity to have our liberation. Here we are in Luxor, we are in the domain of Ammon. We are Mersegert, we are on the west. So here we're talking about the spiritual seed of the humanity. And all the times are written. All these temples explain us times, periods, energies. That's what is explained here. Voilà, I will say it again.
أنا قاري الدنيا واللي قراني مدرسة الجبل. من أنا وطفل في الجبل، أنا كنت طفل كنت نطلع الجبل لحالي، خش المقابر لحالي، في مقابر مفتحة ما لهاش بيبان مظلمة، أنا ما كنتش أخاف وخش. إن جبل أسرار صح مشكلة. وأهم حاجة التأمل يخليك تعرف ايه في وراك وايه في وراء قدامك. المشكلة ما فيش حد فاهم الحاجات دي كتير. دي مشكلة كبيرة يعني. أسبينا جبل الحياة. إن هم الفراعنة يعني كانوا عايشين في الشرق، كانوا يدفنوا الناس هنا في الغرب. هو كان معتقد إن في حياة أخرى. هو اللي مش معتقد في حياة أخرى ليه يجيبهم يدفنهم في الغرب؟ ده دليل إن الحياة هنا، الحياة الأخرى هنا. ما أنا حاسة ده كلها إحنا في حياة دلوقتي. يعني هم حيين مش ميتين. يعني في المقابر بتاعت مع الروح أنا ألقاهم روحهم قاعد، النفس بتاعهم قاعد، الروح والنفس قاعد.
The temple doesn't exist without the mountain. It's like the earth doesn't exist without the sky. The temple does not exist without the mountain. So for me it's a place of love. And in that way that we have to go through it, to let it go, and to open our heart and to receive. And it's a sensation that you can feel. It may be difficult to say in words, but anyway, it's their world and it's what they have done for all those years, and it's still attractive because it's still a love story for me. It's a love story. We say really it's a love story. Attraction.